What's up, guys? It's Friday night still. Randy made it, so we're gonna have a late night. We're gonna try to get this thing to Darlington Dragway. We got a lot of work to do. It's just one of those things that's come down to the wire. You know, the way it is in the world today, it takes time to get stuff done. It takes time to get parts. And so we've kind of pushed it to the very, very, very end. And so we're going to try to make it. Hopefully we don't have any issues. Devin, Courtney, Jason Braswell, they've been working on the car. I hadn't really touched the car in I ain't touched the car in probably 6 months. So I hadn't done a lot to it. So we're going to get busy on it tonight. It's got an oil leak. Really what we got to do is nut and bolt it, get the oil leak. The hood's got to be cut. And because this big freaking, that massive intake there, it just sticks way out the hood. So we're going to get that thing hopefully sticking out. Courtney, I think, is going to do that. I can promise you I'm not going to do it. It would definitely not look good if I do it, guaranteed. So Courtney's been filming a lot too, so go to his channel, check out the Paper and Paint Hustle. There's a lot of footage on Randy's car, but we're going to work on this thing. Let's try to get it together. Hopefully we can. We're going to try our best to get to Darlington. We're not concerned about going to Darlington and actually being competitive in small block boost. What we want to do is WOOOSTOCK. So we know the track's going to be pretty good. And so we can get 3 or 4 good, solid test passes. And that's what we're shooting for. Comment, like, and subscribe. Wish us luck. All right, guys, so we're making progress. We have not cranked it yet, but we had to do some adjustment on the travel limiters, so they're good. That's full travel now. These struts, these spindle mount struts don't have a ton of travel, which that's fine. But so I don't know that we're going to be, when we get the ride height to where we want it, it's probably not going to go up good. We got the brake line run, so they're tying that up now. Finishing that. JW and Courtney are putting on molding. Courtney, where'd you get those moldings from?
Paper pole.
How much were they?
$90.
You say $9 or 90?
90.
I thought you sent me a receipt that said.
That's for the whole car.
Oh, I thought you sent me for like $7.
A piece.
Oh, $7 a piece.
That's the front windshield, back windshield, interior headliner trim. You look online, some of them pieces are $130 for 2 of them.
Oh my God! So you still got a good deal on it?
Yeah, no, I looked it up before to make sure that we weren't doing something stupid.
So you got a good deal, but I was like $7. I was like, oh man, he got a crackhead deal. Not that good of a crackhead deal. So Devin's going to be proud. So Randy is, he had to get a different battery. The battery that he got rebuilt, he's got a dead cell in it, which he's going to take care of that and get that fixed. But this battery has a bigger connector. It has a bigger post. So we had to the car I ain't been working on the car but less than an hour, and I've already had to hack up some of Devin's wiring. Devin is not going to be happy. It's Randy's fault. But it's fine. What I had to do is just split the connector because the O-ring, I am not going to take that freaking, he done such an awesome job wiring this thing, Devin Vanderhoof. We just had to split it a little bit so that it would go around the thing. We'll show Devin what we did. If Devin says that's a problem, then we'll let him rewire it at some point. It'll definitely get us through for right now. And this wiring, man, God, it didn't even look like there's wiring on the car, guys. I mean, it is amazing. That's what you get. That's what you pay for when you get a professional wirer. I mean, it doesn't even look like the car should run. I mean, you can't even hardly see the wires. I mean, it's crazy. So we're making progress. Let's keep going. Hopefully we're going to crank this thing up. We want to verify before we tear all into this. We want to verify where the leak is coming from. They said it looked like it was coming from the harmonic balancer. You know, we jacked it up, got it up on the jack stands. The more people that look at it, you know, the better it is usually. Now, the thing we're going to have to be careful, we're going to have to jack up the back to get it so it's level so that the oil is actually to the front. But right now, everything's bone dry under there. So if we got to take the harmonic balancer off, that's going to be a little bit intense. Basically, the whole turbo kit's got to come off. We don't have to take the headers off. Luckily, this stuff comes off pretty easy, but it's just time consuming. So here we go. All right, guys, so we just got it started up, and I'm not familiar with the dry sump a lot, but this thing has always had a filter here, and so Happy was just sitting there, and it was spewing oil out, so we thought we were going to be able to cap it like we did in the bag, and but it just had a tremendous amount of pressure on it, like a lot of pressure, and we don't see a leak right now, so, I mean, possibly, you know, it's possible that this thing, the seal, the way seals are, you know, they get hard, and sometimes they need to be worn in, they need heat in it, but I do not see any oil at the moment that is down there. So we're going to crank it up again. Randy's going to get a hose, and we're going to try it again in a second. It might puke some, but I don't think it's going to puke it.
We're getting ready to find out.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, we're going to use it in a minute. Behind it's the crankshaft.
Sounds good. What have you been doing for
Working on
4 hours?
Great times. Bolts, molding. Still ain't blood works. Yeah.
All right, let's crank it up.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's had to get hot enough.
Yep, there's all in there. Look at it.
Yeah, you gotta pull it out.
Hey. 15 hours up.
You can do it! I'm going to bed, y'all.
It sounds good though, don't it?
Yeah, sounds mean as hell.
Alright, so let's turn the battery off, disconnect the battery, and let's start taking it apart. Alright, it is leaking. It is looking like it is coming from the seal where the Harmont balancer is. So we gotta take all this off. Actually, before we take, bless you, before we take the battery out, we need to get this stuff all lined up so we don't have any issues. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, we're going to try to make this as easy as possible. First thing we do is we get this thing on top dead center, and you see that is lined up dot to dot down there. So there's a dot down there on the balancer. So we're going to try to make this. We got to get all the pipe off. So the pipe's got to come off some of the turbo kit. All right, guys, well, we got it down to the point to where you can see the seal. Actually, I didn't even think there was a seal there. Honestly, I was like, damn, we put the thing together without a seal. But there is a seal in there. You can kind of see it. It does not look terrible, but that's the thing with the seal. It rides on the crankshaft pulley. Now, this is dry, so if this was encased and it was a wet belt, guess what? It wouldn't be a problem, but that's not what this is. This is a dry belt setup, so this is the seal, essentially. And we're fixing to try to pull it out, but the problem is the seal that we have is not the right one. So we were looking at it, Kevin Mullins at TKM. I mean, when you go to Jezel's website, it's like, okay, which one is it? And they have like 2 different part numbers. And so Kevin had one in stock. And so that was the only one we had that was easily here. And Summit's got 2 part numbers, but we need to get this one out to see if that's even the right one. Because apparently, I mean, you know, other ones, there's like a whole bunch of different ones. So we're going to pull this thing out and then measure it. And then that way we can order a couple of them and have a couple spares and then try to get this thing together. So I guess we're not going racing this weekend. I mean, we tried.
What time is it, John?
It's pretty late.
Pretty late.
What time? I don't even know what time it is. It is.
Almost 2:45.
It is 2:45. Man, we kicked some tail though. I mean, we could have had this thing. It would have been. We were planning on. I mean, yeah, we were going to get breakfast and then on the way to the track. So you know, it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing we can do at this point. Unless we just put a great big diaper on it and just try to catch it in the diaper, which I don't think that's a good idea with a beautiful car going up there with a known oil leak, which it might seal itself when it gets real hot.
There you go.
But it might not.
A little gasket maker around it.
Yes, seal it with gasket maker. All right, guys. Well, I guess we are out. We tried. It's a good effort. The car sounds freaking amazing. Looks amazing. Craftsmanship is really good. All right, guys, well, we got this seal to pop out. That thing popped right out, so that's a good thing. We don't have to take the whole front of the motor off as far as getting all the other stuff, the motor plate and everything out. So the seal, we're going to measure it up. It might actually have a part number on it. Maybe not. My old eyes they're getting rough. And, you know, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel hard or brittle. I mean, it feels fine, but clearly something was happening to it, so I don't know. Courtney's got some good video of the stuff too, you know, up until this point where they put all the car back together. Go check it out. Go check out his channel, The Paint and Paper Hustle.
On my channel with the John stuff, I'm going to try to show y'all behind the scenes stuff, and I'm not teaching y'all anything. So you're going to have to go to John's channel, actually learn something and know what they're talking about, and I'm just going to show y'all the behind the scenes stuff.
Sweet. So go check it out. So we're ready to put it back together, mostly. So it looks like it's going to be a next week project. Maybe we can go test next Thursday. Next Thursday at Galot, maybe we'll have it out. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. Later.